Welcome to our peer support session on recruitment for self-directed support. There are a team of us at Shetland Community Connections who can support you to recruit people for your direct payment. Through this presentation, Shetland Community Connections will now be referred to as SCC. So who are Shetland Community Connections? We are a charity based in Market House, working with individuals to build relationships, raise aspirations and support people to participate in community life. What can Shetland Community Connections help with? We can support with setting up a direct payment, as we know it can feel daunting. We can offer you independent support to guide you through the setup of the direct payment, ensuring it isn't a barrier to your choice. Our role in the recruitment process is to support you to become an employer, recruit PAs, and more importantly, keep them. As a team, we are here to support you with any of these steps, but we are also trying to enable you to do things for yourself so that you can feel in control. We have a number of templates and resources that we have used with people in the past that you may find useful. We are putting most of our resources on our website so that you should be able to find things you need there. But if you aren't able to find something, then please get in touch and we can help you with the information that you need. Today we will go through the recruitment process detailed in this slide. This slide shows the process of recruiting a personal assistant. SCC can help as much or as little with this part of the process. For advertising, there are various ways of doing this, and we will go through this in a later slide. For the interview or selection stage, we can provide you with some ideas of interview questions, and we could come and meet a person with you and see how you get along, if you wish. We can also chase references, or we have a form that you can use so that you can do this yourself. By law, your PA must be a member of the Protecting Vulnerable Group scheme. We can complete the PVG checks on your behalf. For the induction part of the process, we can give you some ideas about what to include. For example, it is sometimes good to have a document about the person, and we have examples that you can use for this. And when you get to the start working stage, we have a number of forms that you can use for people. For example, the HMRC new starter form, a blank timesheet, a contract. Obviously, there is a stage before the recruitment, so we need to check that you have some other things in place. We can support you right through from getting your assessment, completing your grant offer letter, and setting up your insurance and payroll. For the insurance and payroll, we have lists of people who offer these services and who you may wish to contact. So let's start with the advertising. There are a range of options you can use. The following slides will explain the options, but you can choose what to do and how much information you want to share. Sometimes it is useful for people to know who you are, as they maybe would consider working with you or your family member. Sometimes you don't want to share too much personal information about the person that you support, as you don't think it's in their best interest. Whichever approach you choose is fine. Just remember that it is really important to be honest, as this is you starting to build up that relationship with the PAs. We have been placing ads in various media, and these are some of the tips of information that we think you need to provide to help you recruit. General location, pay rate. We are going to discuss this in more detail in a session at a later date. Hours and days, and whether this is flexible or not. Responsibilities of the role. Is there any personal care required? Will they be working alone or part of a team? And other good information to include would be why people would want to work for you rather than someone else. Under the Equalities Act 2010, job adverts must not discriminate based on protected characteristics such as sex, age, disability, race, religion or belief, sexual orientation, gender reassignment, pregnancy or maternity, marriage, civil partnership. Normally, this means you cannot say things like female only or male only. Even with PA roles, employers should not say female preferred. That suggests discrimination. You can only restrict by sex with a genuine reason. And you shouldn't use gendered job titles like salesgirl or waitress where necessary. You can ask for a female PA if it is genuinely required for personal care, dignity, or privacy. If you are doing this, you must explain this in the advert and reference the Equality Act occupational requirement. Another thing that comes up is driving. You can ask for a driving license if driving is an essential part of the job. For example, with personal assistant roles, this is usually lawful if the PA will need to drive the employer to appointments, provide transport to work, social activities or shopping, drive the employer's adapted vehicle, or support someone who lives in a rural area with no public transport. The example advert wording you could use in these situations is a full UK driving licence is required as the role involves driving the employer to appointments and community activities. Once you have an advert, here are a few of the places that we can put the advert. On our website. We're currently updating our website and hopefully that will be in place soon for you to look at. On Shet News, at the moment we can offer one job a week through Shet News. My Job Scotland. There are also a couple of different places on Facebook such as the PA Network and also Shetland Classifieds. Targeting adverts as wide as possible is good as you are not sure where the PA is going to come from. So we also suggest posters in local shops, promoting through your own social media. And here we have some examples of posters as templates. We have also found that social media posts with photos often work better and get a wider coverage. Each week when we put on an advert on Shet News, sometimes it can be a good idea to share the Shet News post on your own social media, and this demonstration explains how to do this. The PA Network is a private group. A lot of PAs are on this in Shetland and it can be a really useful avenue for you to explore. Again, here we demonstrate how to share the post on there. We thought it may be good to give you an example. Which advert do you think would get the best results? We think the first one gives a lot more information and will attract more people to employ than the second advert, which is rather vague. We also thought it would be useful to explain recruitment etiquette. We think this is really important. We are here to help with the recruitment process, but as the employer, there are some things that you have to take responsibility for. It is really important that any potential employees hear back from you even if you don't want them. We can help you with this if you feel uncomfortable about it. It isn't good to ignore people as they all talk with each other, and this can create a bad impression of your job and also of the other PA jobs that are available. In our next session, we plan to cover the following, with the emphasis being about getting new employees. It's also about keeping them. Here are some of the upcoming sessions. For the session on the 13th of May, we are going to try 11 till 12. If you would like some more support with recruitment or any other aspect of the direct payment, then please get in touch with us and we can set up either some group appointments or some one-to-ones. Thank you for listening today.